Hey, so I wanted to record a match of mine from yesterday against Crazydiamond. Really good guy. Had the pleasure to play against him in person at EW a couple years ago. He's actually one of the two people I reached out to when I started brewing Grixis Lurrus. Him and Raf from Italy, Log T4. They both done a good amount of brewing. I always enjoyed talking to them, and this was a really good match. So right away, when the match starts, he does not reveal Lurrus, which makes me think he's on Doomsday, because that is the deck that he is known to play. This hand has a lot of interaction. There's no blue source, but I have a Mox for Ragavan. I like Ragavan quite a bit in the Doomsday matchup, so I, of course, keep. So right away, Street Wraith, I know he's on Doomsday. Dark Ritual, okay, let that resolve, and Necro. Sorry, gonna fight over Necro. I force pitching stock up. He forces back. So I feel like, okay, I have another force, so it should be pretty good here. I decided to force pitching the Flusterstorm, because I want to be able to draw into a land or something like that to try to dash in Ragavan. But he has a force too. So Necro will resolve. Not the best spot to be in, but if I can dash in Ragavan and maybe hold up something like a Pyroblast, maybe I'll be okay. So he draws a bunch. And then we go to my turn. So my turn, draw Mox Opal, probe, hit another Opal, which is not the best. And see that he has a Lotus and Time Walk in hand. I'm like, alright, I'm probably pretty done here. So I go ahead and play out the Ragavan, pass to him, and then it turns out I am indeed done. Preordains and the Time Walk. Draw so much more. Goes to Time Walk turn. Of course, if he continues like that, I know he has Gush, and that I am dead. So I'll let it play out. He gushes, Lotus, Preordain, Oracle, I'm dead. So, game one, we tried. Let's go to the next game. So mull to 5, and I like to have interaction against Doomsday, but here I see a good chance to do a Saga start, which can hopefully beat him down before he can cantrip into resolving a Doomsday. So I decided, and plus I'll have Frog after not too long, so I decided to keep this. He is mull to 6. I put back a Ragavan, which I can't cast, and Consign, which will only be good against a resolved Facet anyway. And so, let's play this out. Let's go ahead and start with the Saga. He Street Wraiths to land pass, which is, I like to see that. Draw Pyroblast, can't cast, but just keep on with the plan of Saga beatdown. Another pass, always like to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Ruby here so I can hold a Pyroblast. Valuing that over casting something like the Frog. Which I'll do next turn anyway. So he plays Fast Oracle as a blocker. I'm not going to bother Pyroblazing that. So move to my turn. I have a choice whether I want to hold up Mindbreak Trap or Pyroblast. I believe that he is playing Shieldred, which Mindbreak Trap can counter. But at the same time, he only probably has one or two of them. And if he has Daze or Force backup, or Fluster backup, something like that, like it's not going to do anything anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and play out the Frog after I attack, leaving up Pyroblast. And what do you know, it turns out he does indeed have Shieldred. Could be problematic. I draw Force. And I think at first, I'm like, alright, I'm in the bad spot because I know Shieldred gains life. But I remember, oh hey, it doesn't have lifelink. It just gains life when I draw a card. So, as long as it doesn't have Fatal Push, I should be in a good spot here. So I could put Lurrus in hand, give Frog Flying, swing in, no blocks, and I go ahead and discard some more cards to Frog, which is lethal. And it's lethal before Frog triggers to draw a card, so doesn't gain life. We go to game 3. Okay, so I'm going to be on the draw for game 3. Reveal Lurrus. And I like this hand quite a bit. I have a Force, I have Fluster. Eventually I'll be able to cast Ragavan. When I'm on the draw, I always like to have some form of free interaction. This has that, plus the ability to do more later, so for me it's a snap keep. He keeps 7 as well. Just preordained, perfect. Draw more interaction, always like that. I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. Ponder, cool. Pass, sounds good to me. Draw Academy, which gonna nothing for me to really play out here, so just pass. I'm gonna leave up Fluster rather than trying to put Lures in hand. Plays a land. Another Ponder, sure. Go to my turn. I draw Frog. I have a choice here. I can play Frog out and leave up Fluster, or I can hold it in hand. I decided to hold it in hand. In this match, I mean, Frog is of course very good, but I just really like having all the different options for interaction. He has six cards in hand. He's cantripped a bunch. He hasn't shuffled. There's a good chance that he's going to have Doomsday and interaction, something like that. So I can be patient here. I can deploy a threat once he's low on resources. Right now, that many cards in hand, I want to be able to win the stack battle, because that's where this match is going to be won or lost. I got the stack. And so he goes Dark Ritual, Necro. So I go ahead and force negation, pitching the Frog, because Frog is just a threat. It's a good threat, but like I said, that's not my priority here. He flusters, and so I get to use Trap and still have Force and Fluster and Pyroblast as backup for later. So everything went to plan. Mox Opal, cool. Now I'll put Lures in hand because I have Fluster and Force up. He sees what I have. Duress. I'm going to go ahead and Fluster the Duress. Not giving him the choice of what to take. He gets the Fluster. That's cool. So now we're going to, my turn, draw Mox Emerald. And I'm going to pass, because I want to keep Hardcast Force up with Pyroblast. He goes Dark Ritual Doomsday. So now he has 3 cards left in hand, and I gotta choose what to do. And I am going to let this resolve, because I think with Ragavan and this Force, I can beat Resolve Doomsday, and he'll be low on life. It's an iffy choice, but I do think it's correct here. So he resolves Doomsday, draws into the pile right away, and he's going to duress me, which is fine. So with these 2 cards left in hand, I feel pretty confident that he has a Force plus blue card. I don't think he could draw into the pile any deeper and win, otherwise he might have gone for that turn, given that he had duress. And I don't think he would have gone for Doomsday if he didn't have Force backup to protect it. So we will go to my turn, and I draw land. So what I'm going to do here, of course he doesn't know what I drew, so I'm going to dash in Ragavan, knowing that he's going to force it, which he does, which then allows me to deploy Lurrus, dash in Ragavan, and now it's going to connect, and I get to keep Pyroblast up. So if at this point, I feel like the game is done, especially I reveal Gush, and we are in a very good spot. He goes to his turn, he time walks, I Pyroblast it, and we win. So I really like game theory a lot. I mean, I hit the land, it played out exactly like I thought it would, and we won the match. Really good one, great player. Yeah, that's my Doomsday match. Thanks.